Welcome to Catch My Point. Hi, and welcome to the review of the Australia versus India game. India's fate now is in the hands of the New Zealand-Pakistan match. Pakistan beats New Zealand, then India has a chance of getting through, failing which it's going to be an NRR issue. And at the moment, New Zealand feels like it'll be New Zealand's turn to be back in the semi-finals. Now, yesterday's game, where did it go wrong for India? Yes, we've lost to Australia 3 times by 9 runs in the World Cups, and it's tragic, quite honestly. But yesterday it was a very chaseable total and a very chaseable ground as well. What I see as the problem is the lack of a good hitter towards the end for India. Considering Richa Ghosh's form has been very, very ordinary, is it possible that India could have thought of other options? They have a Yastika Bhatia sitting outside. Similarly, when Sajana was not playing yesterday and she was replaced with Pooja Vastrakar, and then subsequently Radha Yadav came in for Asha Shobana because of an injury, it just felt like the team combination was a bit off. I personally think Sajana or Hema should be in the team. Big hitters. After Richa, there is no one to do it. Yesterday, Harman had to take it, but she chose the lap shot over every other shot. There's a mystery even till now. Third was free, over outside off was free. They did not give her the room to play the slog sweep. But that's exactly where expertise comes in. You make sure you play that slog sweep, even if the lengths are changing, use the depth of the crease. And she's somebody who can do it. Shefali Verma, however, got off to a brilliant start, made all the right moves, got out. But in the same vein as she would normally, this is what expected of her. But what's happening with Smriti is her inability to give that strike to Shefali proved to be a big question mark. I understand she's had a hot and cold kind of a World Cup, but I think we have that much experience to ensure that she's able to rotate the singles, which she couldn't do. I believe Jemima is a gem of a player. The 2 shots down the ground that she played to Annabel Sutherland is testament to the fact that it's exactly where the runs are. And why weren't the other batters going for those areas? Slightly straighter. Why was it always trying to look squarer of the wicket? Deepti Sharma, the sweep, the scoop. What are her other boundary options? It needs to be worked on. It's not that she cannot play, but she isn't playing it. I think it's time the team management started demanding shots of Deepti or assign a role to her where she's not expected to get up to play right on top of the innings. Because she's not playing the role of a finisher as one should be. There are options. Sajana bowls off spin, bats well, fields well. Hema bowls off spin, bats well, fields well. Deepti is also playing the same role. Deepti is won games for India, no doubt, but this World Cup, she was below par. Why are we not thinking about these very simple, straightforward options? We are still fans of Indian women's cricket. We are still going to support them. This is not a fault-finding place, but we are always trying to see that we are changing right at the top, middle, everything, but ultimately the intent and the attitude also needs a huge change. Phoebe Litchfield comes in, isn't in the greatest of form this particular game, but finds a way to just keep doing something, make herself get runs. That last 6, I'm telling you, was the game changer. If that was a dot ball, or not even a dot, but it was a single or a 2, maybe things could have been different. Let's come to a little bit more. Boundary counts. Australia had 17, India had 16. So nothing much separating them. Then where is the difference? It's in the way we ran between wickets. It's in the way we played the dot balls. I think close to 30 odd dot balls, that's 5 overs. Small things in the larger context makes a lot of difference. But the running between wickets has been such an issue. Where Australia were taking 2s, India were contented with 1. When I say content, there was no intention to take the second. Some risks have to be taken. Risk-free cricket is not going to work for anybody any longer. Now, today's game, Pakistan versus New Zealand. Yes, as an Indian fan, I can hope for some Pakistan victory, but I'm telling you it's going to be difficult because New Zealand seemed to be more determined. Yes, they lost to Australia, but see the way they've come back. The attitude, the approach. Let's hope for the best for the Indian team going forward. Australia continue to be their dominant self. All the boxes are ticking. No Ali Saili, no problem. No Tyla, no problem. And that's the kind of strength that they have. Everyone putting their hands up to ensure that their team wins. And Perry, in all her grace and elegance and experience, is carrying this team forward. All the best to all the teams who are going to compete today. Some very, very crucial games. The other pools also looking a little up and down with the NRR coming into play. England, West Indies, South Africa battling it out for the top 2 spots. Overall, it's great for the game of cricket, but as an Indian fan, I can only keep hoping for better. Thank you for listening.